Hi Prasanna, good morning.
Hey all,
Hi everyone, good morning.
good morning.
Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm sharing my screen and so again we will start from where we left that day. So I will give you a quick demo of the reference data set part. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, Ash.
Okay, so I'm going into the project screen or let's go to contract. Let's go to invoices, manage invoices and see. Now do you see I am allocated a US1 business unit. Okay, I have an access to this business unit. Now, apart from this, I do not have access to any other business unit. Okay, so I can manage the invoices for US alone, not for any other business unit. This part clear?
Okay,
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, I've been appointed for India and Australia as well. Okay, so I have three business units under me. So I am supposed to have exposure to invoices which comes under India and Australia both. So now what I'm gonna do, I will go to setup and maintenance. Now I'll add a row here. I'll select the row which is project billing is special. Okay, so this also you note it down. Project billing specialist. Project accountant, financial analyst, application, implementation, consultant. So if you are working as a PPM consultant, then these are some roles which you should have. Okay. I don't know whether we have a chat window here or not.
no problem. Once you class is done, The text file you can send us a mail so that we have a reference.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, so on project billing specialist is a role which deals with the invoices. Okay, remember that. So if you want to have this invoice tab available for you, then this is the role you should have. Now, business unit. Let's say I select the business unit as so done. I submit this process and I'll first see if it is happening. If not, then I'll log out and log in again. Still not added. So we will wait for some more time.
Program needs to complete it, na?
Yes, yes. It normally takes some time. No, still not completed. No. What we can do, we can go to schedule processes. You see the status. Okay, see, it is still running. You see?
Yeah.
Okay, which is why it is not reflecting there. So once this is completed, it will automatically start showing. Okay, till then I'll explain you one more example. Now let's take payable module. Okay, creating this invoice. Let's say for any business unit, US1 or any one. And for US1, see when I'm creating invoice, see these many payment terms are available for me. Let's say for US1 specifically, if your requirement is that I should not be exposed to the payment terms, okay, all these payment terms for US1 or for any other countries, okay. So what should be the setup? Cancel this. I'll go to setup. And select US1. And see, in US1, this default set is given, which is US1 BU set. Now what I do, I will search for the payment terms. See, because it was common, so all the payment terms were accessible for me. Now what I will do, I will some default set I give here. I save and close. And now I go to payables again. Try to create an invoice. Okay. Now I do not have any payment terms to show here.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you getting the concept now?
Okay, one doubt here.
Hmm.
This applicable for you only or for all users?
In this part, whoever
Yes.
has an access to this business unit. Now let's consider a scenario whether okay, I should not be okay. When I create an invoice, okay, I should be exposed to some of the payment terms. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I will do is when I do the setup of payment term, let's consider this payment term setup. So do you see it asks for the set code?
Okay.
Okay. So let's say this Japan BU set is assigned for this one. Fine. And then the same set, if it is assigned to me, then my user will have an access to this particular payment term. Okay.
Okay. Suppose I will create invoice and Sheila needs to view only viewing. Okay, not able to create. In that case, how we can do the setup?
Okay. So you mean to say that okay, so for viewing
User level, I'm asking.
I got it, the point. So see, like in e-business suite, we had inquiry responsibilities, right?
Okay.
Okay, so similarly, we have the similar privileges just for the inquiry purpose alone. Okay, you will not be able to create anything. You can only manage the invoices. Like, I'll show you. If I go to project, okay, so see, you are getting this create manual invoice.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you do not want this to be available to Sheila, okay, you have to create a custom role which will have all the privileges of this manage invoice, and you just hide this action button and then you will only be able to view the invoices and not create one.
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Okay. Now this is not coming here. Let me check the program again. Okay, still running. Let me try one more time for payables. Otherwise, we will this up later. Now I should be creating only the invoices, let's say for Denmark business unit. Then let me log out and log in again. No, I still have access, and that is because maybe the program is still running. It's still running. Okay, so once this completes, then
Is it any performance issue or
sorry, Prasanna, come again.
is it any performance issue for running a long time?
No, actually, when we submitted for the first time, now, like we got this new instance, I created a new user, then it will run for a longer time.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so if the first user has been created, so then it will complete immediately. You don't have to even submit the program; it will automatically get triggered. Okay,
Okay.
but for the first time in any instance, it will take this much of time only. So once the program will complete, I will get here US one and Australia as well. Okay, so I will have an exposure to both US one business unit and Australia. So earlier when I logged in today, I didn't had the access for US one business unit also, but now I have. Okay, and I can again show you the setup here. Mm, No, it is not coming. Now, if I try to add US1 business unit, it will give me an error. See, you see? So this means that I already have a row with this project billing specialist business unit and US1. Because I already have this setup, this line created, that is why I have US1 business unit there. Okay. And if I
Okay.
create one more, okay, first I have to cancel this. Okay. So now with this setup, I will have an access to India business unit as well. Getting this, Prasanna,
Yes, yes.
Sheila, have you got the concept now?
Yeah, I got it. This is how we add the different business units to the users, right?
Yes, yes. This is how basically we restrict the user to, to access the data for different
Business
countries.
units.
So now going further, you will be implementing this solution to a lot of countries, okay? Because Oracle ERP generally is implemented by those clients who have businesses in various countries. And this is the most basic requirement that one user who belongs to Canada, let's say he or she should not have an access to any data of US or India. So this is how you will achieve this requirement, and you can get more requirements like if a user is creating an invoice and let's say one set of users should be exposed to certain payment terms, certain product categories. So again, the reference data set can be used. And on the question which Prasanna asked, like if I only want Sheila to view the invoices alone and not give the admin rights. So for that, as I told in the last session, you can go to the security console, can search for a role, let's say project billing, billing specialist. Okay. So now see, these many roles are there. Okay. Not role actually. So these many privileges are there. You can select your own privileges and you can create your own custom role. You can go here. The project accountant. Okay, for here it is not coming. It is a, let's say, okay, let's say this role has only this privilege, which is cancel payable invoice. Okay, now your job is to only cancel the invoice and not create one. So you can add this privilege into the role. Okay, likewise, you can create your own custom role and associate that role to that particular user. It is very similar to what we used to do when we create a an inquiry responsibility in e-business suite, and we hide some transaction creation menus and give access to only inquiry menus. Okay, got this concept now?
Still, I have a doubt, Harsh.
Hmm.
Suppose me and Sheila having both project billing user specialist. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
For me, I can able to create.
Hmm.
For her, not to create. We are having both same responsibility roles. Okay.
Hmm.
At user level, okay, how we can do it? Because now you showed as a total thing only, as a role level, billing specialist role level only you are showed.
Hmm. Hmm.
User level, if you drill down means how to do it. That I'm asking.
So you mean to say that now currently you both have project billing specialists. So now
Yeah,
you can create invoice, you can modify the invoice and you can view the invoice.
yeah.
Okay.
But the
Now,
same thing, she can only view.
okay. So she will not have an access to some of the privileges. Okay. So, okay, with this standard project billing specialist, she can do everything she want for the invoices. Now, if you want to restrict her, then you need to create a custom role and assign it to her.
Okay.
Okay. And
Along with this, if I do the custom needs, she can't able to create, correct?
right, right. And this is how in most of the organization, this is what the practice is being followed. That with standard rules, very few organizations will go ahead. What they will do, they will create their own custom role. They will select the privileges for some set of users. For example, here I'll tell you, in our current implementation, we have a different invoice and revenue team. Okay. So once if you give access for project billing specialist, so you will get an access for invoice revenue both here and here also in project also. So they created a custom role in which some users who are only concerned with the invoice will have an invoice, they can view invoices only, and then the some users who have they have concern with the revenue, they belong to the revenue department, so they can see the revenue alone. So using the customer roles only, I mean using the custom roles only, we can achieve this.
Got it, Harsh.
Okay, so now let's move it to the today's session, and today's session will be slightly boring because I'm not explaining a lot of things here. We are just going through the setups. Okay. Okay. So we discussed about the legal entity, the ledgers, the business unit. So now, how to configure it? Okay. How, or at least to manage it, because what will happen that these things will be taken care by your finance team. Whoever is the GL guy in your team, he or she will do all of these things. But you should know this hierarchy because as a consultant, I mean these are the base of your implementation. So as a consultant, you should know about it. However, as a PPM consultant, you will hardly get to work on these aspects, but still you should have a general information about all these things. Okay. So remember, I told you about the legal entity. So what legal entity is that? It is a registered office with the government, and that office should abide by the rules and regulation of that particular state government or a national government. Now let's go to financial and see manage legal. Manage legal jurisdictions. Okay. So let's consider an example of mm, Afghanistan. Okay. So see, this is how you will see a legal jurisdiction of Afghanistan. Okay. The territory name, the legislative category, the legal reporting unit, all these things will be available for you. Okay, to set up. So this will be given to your functional guy by the SME that, okay, I'll try to create one. That what will be the name of that jurisdiction. So let's say if you are setting up it in Delhi. So, Delhi territory will be, let's say, India. Oh, what is this for? This is for, let's say, employee insurance. So this is for insurance fund, workers' compensation. Okay, this is for company registration. Okay. So these legal terms, this will be given by the organization to your SME for what is the legal jurisdictions for this particular legal entity. Then you will select the corporate identification number. You will say you can give social. If you are in US, then you can give this, or you can give TAN. Okay, and you save and close. Attribute identifying. Setup is required. Okay. Okay, so this is how you will create the jurisdictions. Now you will create the legal address. Let's say mm, 2 some